Another week, another Premier League preview. We've got another 10 big games, and big close games as well this weekend. And a lot of table changes where, you know, if a win happens one way and a win happens another way, or if the games draw, there's going to be a lot of movement in the Premier League this week. 11 game weeks in, and still seeing this much movement in the table is impressive, and we enjoy it. Spurs and United. Spurs have been poor at home, surprisingly, this season. It's rare that you can say that about a team that has been good away, poor at home. United picked up a bit of form. I see this game being a draw. I do see it being a draw. I see goals from both teams, because I still see the problems with United's defence. It's not all nice and clean just yet, but it's getting there. It is definitely getting there. And obviously we've got the goals now. We've got the goals secured behind us. Spurs have been struggling for goals, but I mean, they just scored 4 midweek against Copenhagen, so you can imagine both teams are going to have it kind of covered. I think it's going to be a draw. I think we're going to split the points in that one. Everton and Fulham. Everton coming off a few downside results, I'd say. Obviously a draw at Sunderland last week, they'll take, but a 3-0 defeat by Spurs the week before, probably won't take. But I see Everton taking this one as a win. I think, you know, a turn of fortunes for themselves under David Moyes. Fulham, yeah, they might have put 3 past Wolves last week, but Wolves haven't been impressive this year, and I don't think Fulham have been too impressive either. So yeah, I do see Everton taking this one. West Ham finally finding a bit of form as well. They're playing Burnley. Burnley, who have been poor away this season, expectedly poor away this season. You expect West Ham to now take points off them and make the advantage that they should be making in these games, and, you know, get points that they should be getting in these games. Like, they've had up and down season, but Nuno's good enough manager to keep them up. We'll see if he can keep them up, though. It's going to be a tough battle. This West Ham team does seem a bit off the pace, and obviously winning against Newcastle last week is a massive result for him. It's, you know, time to go back to back now with the winning against Burnley. It'd be massive for him, a massive push for their season. Sunderland and Arsenal. While Sunderland have made the Stadium of Light a bit of a tough place to go this year, Everton getting a draw there last week probably shows that Arsenal are going to probably get the win out of them, and Sunderland's good form in the Premier League might be drifting towards an end. I think they've set themselves up really well for the season, and I think they will end up staying up now because of how they set themselves up from the start of the season. But they've got a tough few games coming up, and I feel like this is where it's going to kind of drift apart for the season. And a lot of people in my prediction videos on my lives on TikTok get coming at me saying Sunderland aren't going to fall off, but I think Sunderland will start to fall off now. Chelsea and Wolves, a game that for me has goals in it, and Chelsea are going to put a few past Wolves in this game. I imagine 8 o'clock kick-off there, and, you know, they got a bit of anger in them after the 2-2 draw with Karabakh midweek. They shouldn't really be doing that, and I think they can come and get a better result against Wolves here and add to Wolves' misfortune, despite them changing the manager. Villa and Bournemouth, a game that I think will be a lot closer than people think. Obviously Villa on a bit of a better streak right now. Only 1 loss in the last 7 games, is it? Which is not too bad. That one loss against Liverpool. And Bournemouth, who have been on an up and down. So losing to City last week, not going to be great for them. Villa's another tough place. That is a tough place to go. But I think Bournemouth do have it in them to maybe get a result out of this one as well. Potentially a draw. It's going to be close, so it's going to be close. If I had to edge it to anyone, I would edge it to Villa, just on their current form and the trajectory that they go on. And, you know, with Unai Emery there, Areola is obviously a very good manager as well, but with it being at Villa Park, I expect Villa to take it on with them. Brentford and Newcastle, and Brentford have just surprised everyone this season. We lost Thomas Frank. A lot of people were like, Brentford have fallen off. Newcastle surprised everyone by falling off, to be honest. They looked like things were, you know, come into place for him, despite losing Isak. A lot of the midfield was doing really well. It looked like Voltemade might be, you know, coming in and doing really good job. But it's, I don't know what's happened to him. I cannot tell you what's happened. I mean, they won midweek. Well done for the win in Champions League, yes. But I think Brentford are going to take advantage of that midweek fatigue and win here. I don't think Brentford are going to struggle too much against this Newcastle team. I can't see how Brentford and how they've played the season are going to struggle against the Newcastle team. Keith Andrews has set them up perfectly so far this year. They got some massive results here, there and everywhere, and I think it's going to continue in this game. Crystal Palace and Brighton, the M24 derby, is it? And I think Palace take it. I do think Palace take it this time. Big win in the Europe in midweek. Brighton, they're, you know, big rivals, and the way Palace's projection has been recently under Oliver Glasner, you do expect Brighton to lose this one, even though Herzl's been alright. Palace is better. Forest and Leeds away from home. Forest not scoring in midweek either, though. They've got that midweek fatigue, but I still think Forest are going to take this one. And then the big game for the weekend is City and Liverpool. You know, two big teams going on. Liverpool coming off a massive win midweek against Real Madrid. City coming off a few good results. Liverpool coming off the back end of a terrible run for themselves. And I think Liverpool might have to get restarted there by City beating them. And I think City will beat them. I think Haaland's going to cause them a bit of issues. I don't think their issues are clean and cleared over. So yeah, I think City can take this one. That is going to be the video, guys. If you want to do, like, see more, subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you do. Catch you next time. Cheers.